Attention students! Dogwood Middle Libraries will no longer house texts that contain profanities, drugs, violence, rock or rap music, smoking, drinking, or that encourage rebellion of any kind. These texts are hereby banned for unsupervised distribution. Students caught in possession of these texts will receive disciplinary action, and teachers caught breaking this resolution will be terminated.
Well, how did this fool could get so worked up about books? I'm gonna be sick. I mean, getting in trouble for reading? That's a new one. And it was. Until I got home from school that day.
What is this?
Oh, it's a book.
Yes, one that your mother and I do not approve of. The makings of a witch. And what surprises me the most, it's from Dogwood Middle Library. Of all places!
I've never been able to watch TV or use the family computer without my parents looking over my shoulder. But reading, that's always been safe.
You're grounded. No TV, no phone, and no internet.
Meet Alma June Harper, a middle school girl who loves to read. But when her parents and teachers begin to censor her books, she rebels. Please enjoy Property of the Rebel Library by Allison Bars. As I pick up my bags and carry them up the stairs, I see it on my corner bookshelf. Every book gone. The next morning on my walk to school, I see 2 moving trucks parked in the pickup and drop-off circle. I don't pay them any attention until I get to the library and the door's locked. And there's a sign, closed for inventory. I don't really know what that means, so I begin to walk away. When I get the door creak open, and inside, there's a cartload heaping with books. Just then, 2 men begin to push the cart out. So I decide to sneak inside. And inside, on all of the shelves, where all of my favorite books used to be, there are gaping holes. The next morning on my walk to school, I decide to take the long way. I don't normally go this way. And I see, is it a dollhouse? No. It's a tall wooden post with a box on calls. And there's a sign, Little Free Library. And inside, books. Because of Winn-Dixie, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Rule of Thunder, Hear My Cry, The Lightning Thief, and even the first Harry Potter book.
All students caught in possession of unapproved text will receive disciplinary action.
But what if no books were ever found in my possession? When I get to school, I slam my locker shut and in fact props open the one next to mine. Inside, some wadded up pieces of paper and gum wrappers. I don't pay any attention until it hits me. The perfect place for a library. But I need some way for people to know these books are mine. Property of the Rebel Librarians. Rule number 1, don't get caught. And rule number 2, give this book back to me as soon as you're finished with it. I decide to keep track of who has what book in my handy-dandy green notebook, but I make sure to use code names, just in case anyone ever finds it. Hey, do you have any, Captain Underpants books? Well, yeah, why do you need them? Oh, they're for my little brother. They're his favorites, but the principal doesn't like that there's a book with underpants in the title in the school library. Well, I do declare, the indecency. Yeah, I'll get you one tomorrow. All around me, I see kids dangling their feet off benches at lunch and reading oversized textbooks. And I don't have to look at them to know what they're doing. They're reading. Reading is the coolest thing you can do. And yesterday, Dan Fuller, the most popular guy in school, came up to me and gave me a high five. This is no longer the same dogwood middle. It's like I stepped into some alternative reality where reading is the coolest thing you can do. And I, Alma June Harper, am the leader of the cool kids. I'm the leader of the rebellion. When I got home that evening, my mother said, Alma June, we'd have some things we'd like to return to you. My books. I pick them up, and Ormona and Kai take them upstairs and start sifting through all of them. First, Old Yeller. As I'm flipping through the pages, I notice one of the ones at the end feels extra thick. It's the part where Travis is supposed to pick up his shotgun, but instead, it reads, "An Old Yeller was cured of rabies, and they all lived happily ever after." And that is not the ending. So then I pick up Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and somebody covered up all of the fart jokes. That's the best part. So then I start going through the rest of my books. Somebody made the same edits in every single one. My parents really don't want me reading certain words. The last thing you want to see on a cold, gray walk to school is a long line of students waiting to get into the building. 2 lines, single file. Put your backpacks on the table. I asked the student next to me what's going on, and they say, I think it's some kind of random search. Probably has something to do with books. Oh, yeah, books. I've heard those have been a big issue recently. I see Mr. Bueller standing there with his arms crossed as his eyes are getting wider and wider. I think they found what they were looking for, because there's a trash can overflowing with books. My books. Beep. There will be an emergency PTSD meeting immediately following 6th period. As I'm sure many of you have heard, we found 246 books in the student body's possession this morning. This is not an isolated incident. This is rebellion. Rule number 1, don't get caught. As I speak, at this very moment, the safety committee is out searching lockers so they can find the person responsible for this. Well, I hope not, because I used my green notebook and used codenames, so no one can find out it was me. Nobody. We found it, locker 192. And unfortunately, no one has connections to this locker. The only thing we found was this green notebook. And it is one thing to open a public library on school grounds, but it is a complete other offense to write this. Property of the rebel librarian. And I didn't get caught until I got home from school that day. Oh, June Harper, get in here right this very instant. Ooh, and I saw it. She had the green notebook, and she handed it to me. My handwriting. Suspension, and I have to apologize to the school board. I didn't even do anything wrong. June Harper, you have 5 minutes. Parents always tell us that we're gonna have to save the world someday. But how are we supposed to do that if we can't even read the books in our very own Dogwood Middle Library? I am outraged. I am censorship gone wrong. The only thing I did was find a book that I wanted to read and read it. And when somebody else asked me if they could do the same, I let them. And I know some of you here tonight would call this a rebellion. So I decided I'd beat it to the punch. Because I am the rebel librarian.